And what kind of music do you like? And what is it about the industry that you're working that you love?
I hate that question. What kind of music do you like? I love all music. You know, one of the roles that we have at MRC is to be completely objective. Oh. And just, you know, report the facts. But in all honesty, I've been fascinated by K-pop. I traveled.
What is K-pop? I didn't ask you that. Maybe
K-pop. But I mean, it's purely pop music out of Korea. By Korean artists.
Oh, now I get you.
Korean, you know, BTS, Blackpink, NCT 127, EXO, Red Velvet.
I feel too old for that right now, but yes.
And you know, before COVID, I would travel a lot, and you know, my trips to Korea, I found the country and the culture fascinating, and the way that they the culture, be it beauty or food or films or, you know, television or music, is exported outside of Korea. Very just fascinating, to be honest. So I do love K-pop. And what was your other question? Oh yes. Why music? I think what's fascinating is, I mean, obviously I love music itself, but I also really enjoy the understanding the impact that it has on, you know, society, on culture, the importance of it and of music fandom to people's lives, and, you know, just understanding people through music. I really enjoy that.
And do you remember the experience we both had when we were in London? And
yeah,
we went to your offices in the consumer neuroscience, that you got the opportunity to test and put the EEG on your head.
Absolutely, yeah. So when we were part of Nielsen, and Nielsen at that time had a neuroscience division, and there was a lab, and Jasmine and I went, and they, you know, stuck things to my head to monitor my brainwaves, and then made me watch some advertising. It was fascinating. Because, you know, there is that subconscious reaction that we all have to stimulus, be it advertising or be it music, and music is so powerful in that way.
That's what I love about what I do, is like, music is something that is just around us. It's like a magic around us. How do you bottle it up? And that's what I liked about when we went to the lab. At least we got an opportunity of like, okay, let her listen, let her watch us. What does pop up in your head?
It's really weird to be monitored in that way, because obviously it's you can't control it. It just happens.
Yeah, but then, like, I'm so inspired and impressed, because you've been in the industry now for like 18 years plus. How did you then end up in this? Because it couldn't just have been randomly, right?
Well, I think we all, you know, there's an element of luck to everyone's career and trajectory. I did, you know, as you said in your introduction, I did a music degree. Because I loved it, and I played the piano as a child, and I but not with an idea of ending up here for sure. And then I got my first job at the PRS for music in London. Just, you know, an entry level job, but an introduction, and an excellent introduction to the music industry. And I think just that constant curiosity about this space, and then, you know, working, you know, I worked in the international division of the PRS for a couple of years, and then, you know, kind of exploring the world of music outside of my home country. And you know, I spent a couple of years living in the US, which is obviously the biggest music market in the world, and just that constant desire to try and understand what's happening around the world more has kind of led me to this, you know, this great job of tracking what's happening in all these different countries and what people are doing and what they're listening to and what's important.
Well, you are involved in a lot of different kind of organizations, and one of them is actually, well, through your work, you invited me to the Women in Music Leadership Global Summit branch in Cannes during Midem in 2019, when everything was normal. Tell us about this organization and the importance of women in the music industry.
So yeah, so Women in Music is an organization with offices or chapters in multiple countries around the world, from the US, Canada, India, South Africa, the UK. And the role is to promote equality, diversity, and support women in the music space, be they artists, be they in the music business side of things, to support, to provide education. And I think, it's really, it's a vital resource. It's very important to me that the industry we work in reflects the music fans that there are. Not everyone, say everyone loves music. Some people actually don't, but a lot of people enjoy music, consume music, are touched by it in some way, and men as well as women. And I think the industry we work in has to reflect the fans and the consumers of the music that is being created.
And then they're helping that out.
Yes, helping with education, with support, with providing those networks so that women and men who support women, absolutely, can meet each other, can learn from each other, can grow, all of those good things.
Yeah, I mean, based on my own experience and because of the fun of the industry, it's enormous popularity to wanting to work in the music industry, and even like get the foot in is not easy. What kind of advice do you have for people that want to have a successful career in the business side of the music?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it can be quite a challenge. I think I'm going to give some advice that I didn't do, but in hindsight, it's the best advice. I suggest that people do. So I think that one of the key things about the industry, and I've never worked in any other industry, so it may also be in other places, but music industry is actually very small, and it's very much driven by networks and who people know people, and it's very important to grow your network and meet as many people, and to constantly keep doing that, not just at the beginning of your career, but constantly keep evolving and networking. I think that's very important. The other thing that I would really advise is to learn as much as possible on the job as you can early in your career. And I think a good way of doing that is by trying to work in lots of different areas of the music business. So work for a record label, and work for a publisher, and work for a performing rights organization, or work at a studio, or work, all these different areas in those early years of your career, so you can really build your network and get a grounding, because it's quite a complex industry. There's lots of different areas, lots of different moving parts, and to learn about it from being in it, I think, is hugely powerful. So I did not do that in the early stages of my career, in the sense that I didn't go and work for all these different types of companies, but I did move around, move jobs, move teams, move departments quite a lot in my early career, to kind of really get an understanding of what everyone did and how it all fitted together.
Yeah, it's nice. Everybody's journey is different. but it's always great to be able to get some advice how you can get in. I mean, people ask me the same question, and I say very much like, just be consistent, show what you love, and just go for it, and knock doors. That's probably what I've done my way. Now